Flav City family, what is up? It is Art and Bobby back at the grocery store. Heck, we've been here literally like for 8 hours the last 2 days combined. Why? Because January is all about new you, new year resolutions. And I want you guys to be the best shoppers possible and know exactly what you put in your body. And today's video is all about spices, something I'm very passionate about. Before we get rocking and rolling, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, all those good things. But there's a bell icon right below the video. Enable all notifications, because this month, January of 2020, we're going live with like 6 to 7 videos a week, and you want to get that push when we go live. All right, spices. I actually use a ton of spices in my cooking and my cookbook, as you know, but I never buy them from here. I buy them from either the bulk section or a spice shop. I'll tell you about that in a second. Here's why I don't. So check it out, Art. If I buy this smoked paprika here, which is my favorite spice of all time, it's in a glass jar. You're actually paying for the packaging, but you don't know how long this has been in here. So there's one very important thing to think about when it comes to spices. When whole spices are ground, it's a ticking time bomb, right? The essential volatile oils in there start to really lose their flavor after about 3 months. After 6 months or even 12 months, I would just throw them away because yeah, they have flavor, but they're nothing like they were when they're fresh. So if you shop at a grocery store, this is Whole Foods. They probably turn over very quickly, but other grocery stores, I don't know how long it's been on the shelf. So why would I pay top dollar for something that's been on the shelf for 6-8 months when it's already way past peak flavor? So that's why I wouldn't buy here. More on where I'm gonna buy it in a second. But look at this, Art. This is smoked paprika. This is $6.39 for a 1.87 ounce bottle. So the price per ounce is $3.42. That is really expensive. Keep that number in your head because we're gonna go to the bulk section in a minute. But before we go over there, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. You know how I feel about salt, right? We have a whole video about salt, but in case you're new to the channel, I never use this kind of salt or this kind of salt. This is the traditional salt we all grew up with. This is a bleached salt that is processed and refined. They get rid of all of the trace minerals in there, and all that's here is actually sodium chloride. So it tastes very salty. It actually spikes your blood pressure when it's just sodium chloride, and it's bleached. You don't want that. Don't worry about the iodine. You can get that from a good diet, or you can get iodine supplements. So you're way better off getting, these are actually my 2 favorite salts. Redmond real salt is mined in the USA, and Celtic Sea Salt is mined in France. The reason why these are so great for cooking is because, guys, they're 100% raw, unrefined salts. They have up to 70 trace minerals in here. Those minerals actually add a lot of flavor, and they don't spike your blood pressure as much because it's not pure sodium chloride. It's sodium chloride with those trace minerals, so it's better for you and it tastes better. Winning, right? That's how we do it. Now, also, when it comes to spice rubs, I always make my spice rubs at home. I have tons of flavor, tons of varieties on flavcity.com. But when you buy spice rubs, you have to be very careful. Here's one. It says it's a bacon flavored seasoning. But you have to read the other ingredients because look, this one starts with maltodextrin. That's GMO corn maltodextrin. Yeast extract is a chemical flavor enhancer just like MSG. Then you have spices. But I've seen other ones like taco seasoning mixes that have the first ingredient is cornmeal, like filler, right? So you don't want that. You got to make your own. So let's take a little field trip. Where do you buy spices? So I don't buy them over there. I actually do 2 things. I go to the bulk section of a grocery store like we're doing right now, or I go to a spice place. If you live in Chicago, I go to very regularly a place called the Coffee and Tea Exchange on Broadway and like Belmont on the north side of Chicago, because they get their spices in on a regular basis. They're very fresh and it's very cheap. And you only have to buy like an ounce or 2 at a time, or you can go to a grocery store like Whole Foods, Sprouts Farmers Market, and see this. This is what you want to see when it comes to spices. You can get them by the ounce. Check this out. So this is the same thing, ground smoked paprika. If I just need a pinch, I can get a pinch. If I need an ounce, I can get an ounce. Compare the prices. $17.99 per pound. There's 16 ounces in a pound, so that's about $1.12. Guys, $1.12 for organic smoked paprika compared to over $3 in the glass vessel. Don't pay for the packaging. You don't know how long it's been there. Get it by the ounce. Buy 1 or 2 ounces at a time, use it, and then come back. So this is how I would get my spices. I thought you guys might want to know because I go through a ton of them on a daily basis. My cookbook has a ton of spices, and I want you to get the best possible spices to put into your body and put in your recipes. So that's it for another Flav City short. coming at you with a ton of content in the new year to help you be the best shop and cooker possible. We got 2 more of those videos below us right now. Art and I will see you very soon. Until then, we say unto you like we always do. Hashtag keep on cooking, mad love, and peace.